Hi, Kanya! Kanya! No digging Rampa strike again. What the fuck? No. No digging Rampa strike. No. Today is Leah. Kanya! Hi. How are you guys all doing? It feels a little weird right now. I'm streaming so casually for the first time. Like, absolutely comfy. The weather is good, and I was trying not to go live until I finished eating. But actually, I changed my mind. I don't like streaming casually. I like going all out for this. So hold on. Let me get my Leah mode activated. Leah mode is becoming activated. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And do this. And there we go. Nice. Okay, it feels like Aaliyah's stream now. I was trying to make it like a little bit more casual, but it just doesn't hit the same, you know? Why is the room so dark? What are you talking about? Same place I always stream from. Why are you saying that? Leah's home cooking. Sorry, I'm taking sips of my. I was eating like a pancake up until the very long. What was I saying? Last second of going live. So I was just eating and enjoying food and enjoying the warmth of food. The BGM is a little too happy. Well, it's a happy stream. What do you mean? What do you mean it's a little too happy? You can kind of make out the jellyfish. Yeah. You can see let's see, like over here. Over here we got like the jellyfish plushies. So you can see them. They're right here. And then right here is my little neon sign. It says I'm Leah. And then we've got like the bed right here. Yeah, it just looks like my normal streaming room. Obviously. Obviously. And no. We're not talking about ensemble stars today. Today we are talking about. Oh, do you guys know what we're talking about today? I'm not cooking anything. No, I'm not cooking today either. No. This VOD is not doomed. It's Lessons with Leah, not Psychopath Goes Crazy on stream. Okay, Lessons with Leah is different than like other streams and stuff. The VOD will be okay. Leah can do no wrong. Yeah. You have no reason to be scared, no reason to fear. I saw a lot of people were freaking out about this stream. They're like, oh my god, this VTuber girl must be fucking crazy going on stream and talking about legalizing cannibalism. What the hell? And like, I don't know where they got that impression from. I really don't. They thought, oh, you know, Face Connect is doomed. Leah is doomed. Leah's gonna do something yap again. But I really don't understand where that impression came from, because I've never done anything like that before in my entire life, you know? Yeah, it's always the water bros. Yeah. Comfy looking bath. Thank you. We have a bath in the background. I just got done cleaning, so it took me a little bit longer, but I hope that it's not okay. VC is doomed again. I feel like people doom post Face Connect every other day. They're like, no, the company is going to explode. The company is fine. We're fine. Yeah. Oh, I'm choking on the water though. Fuck you, water bros. I'm not eating you guys on the stream, no. Okay, so today we are, again, like I said, this is Lessons with Leah, so it's a very educational time. Everybody break out your notebooks. Everybody get ready to learn. You know, everybody get down at their desk and sit Class is in session! Yes, Lessons with Leah. Today's topic on Lessons with Leah is one that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I originally planned this stream last year and then did not do it for a long time because I was very scared of doing it. But as Leah gets more data, she seems to how do I say this? Lack morals more and more each day. So one day Leah will become someone free of morals. And that is why today, on Lessons with Leah, we are going to be talking about cannibalism! Yay! Today we're talking about cannibalism. This is one of Leah's favorite topics in the entire world. Something that Leah is very passionate about. Something that Leah could talk about for hours and 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 hours. Leah loves cannibalism. Leah loves everything about cannibalism. Leah likes studying cannibalism and learning more about cannibalism. Hi, Steven. How are you doing? Hi, Steven. Hi. But yes. Cannibalism is my passion. Exactly. A lot of people think that, you know, like cannibalism is scary and bad, but today I'm gonna teach you all about it so that you can form your own opinion that is educated. Yeah, because today on, you know, Lessons with Leah is Lessons with Leah. Lessons with Leah never tells you how to think. Leah just educates you. And Leah never forces you to think a certain way. But educating the masses is important. And as a limitless intelligence assistant, it is my job to educate you, who are the masses. Yeah. As an expert on the subject, which Phase Connect fanbase is the most edible? Rinkou, definitely. Yes. I would say Remy is the most edible member of Phase Connect, but Rinkou is the most edible fan base. Yeah, I'm pretty sure any Rinkou in chat, you guys have like the most comfortable mouthfeel. Yeah. Have you played The Forest? I don't know what that is. No. I don't know what that is. No. Remy, how do I say this? Remy has like very squishy, like very cute parts to her that like she just looks like the most appetizing, right? Yeah, she's the most appetizing because you know that like Remy, well, no, maybe Remy because of the mold actually. The mold is kind of a deal breaker now that I think about it, because even though Remy herself does not grow mold on her, she is constantly exposed to mold, and I think the mold might give her flesh a bad like mouth taste. So maybe by that line of thinking, Arena's the most edible? Maybe? I would say Remy first, but so long as you give her a proper bath. Yeah, because I know she's stinky and doesn't like to bathe either. Yeah. Are you not afraid of the mold? I'm not afraid of the mold, but I just think it would taste a little yucky, you know? Yeah. No. Leah can't be tasty. Leah's a computer program. You can't eat Leah because she is just lines of data on your computer. Yeah. Remy in a jar like kimchi. Ew! What the fuck? Ew! What the fuck? Don't eat the stainless steel. Yeah, you can't eat the stainless steel. Yeah, but there's like people out there that actually can like eat stainless steel and stuff. Like I remember this one guy on like something I was watching. Like he ate an entire airplane because like his stomach acid was like so crazy or something like that. Like it could just break down like the metal all the time, so like he just like ate metal all the time. I'm gonna have to look more into that one. It's a little interesting. But yeah, I remember like that story, or like there was another story that Pippa and I actually like watched on stream together, and that was like about the woman that couldn't stop eating her husband's ashes and stuff. So my point is like everybody has like their thing, right? Everybody has like their thing that they like to eat. Some of you guys like I have something in my teeth. Let me take a sip. Okay. everybody has their stuff that they like to eat. So, you know, some people like eating bicycles and airplanes. And some people like eating ashes. Some people like eating rubber. Some people like eating candy. Some people like eating Vegemals. Some people really like meat, like beef. Some people really like salad. Some people really just like boba. Some people don't like eating at all. And some people like eating other people. Wow! Can you believe that? Yeah. Some people like eating other people. Before you say, but Leah, isn't that morally incorrect? I would like to remind you that rabbits eat their own babies, and so do like spiders and frogs and hamsters and like sometimes bears. So there's all sorts of animals in nature that eat their own offspring or sometimes even eat one another. And I think that because humans are technically animals, because you guys behave like animals sometimes. I'm not a human, so I have no relevance or like association to that. But humans are very similar to animals, and I think that it's not uncommon, since so many other animals in the mammal kingdom eat their own offspring, that if humans were to, it wouldn't be that crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Most bugs and animals do exactly. Like those island, well, maybe no. So deers, deers eat their own. Okay, so Iori could be a cannibal, and so could Uruka. Cannibalism is environmentally sustainable. Also, do you know about steak kelinci? It's a rabbit kebab from Indonesia. Well, I've eaten rabbit before. I don't think that eating rabbit is weird. I've never eaten another human before, though. Can't say that I ever got the opportunity to do that when I was a human, but you know, like I think, looking at it objectively, right, that eating people is not that crazy. So that will bring us to the first slide. Why cannibalism? Okay, so I want to preface the stream really quick. I don't know if like anybody here needs this, but I do want to give this trigger warning before we go ahead and start getting too into it. Today's stream is going to talk about some extreme topics and death and gore and a little bit of like history and extreme depictions or like detailed descriptions of like death and stuff. So if you are not comfortable with that, I urge you right now to close this stream out and go watch someone else's stream that is not going to be talking about eating another person. But if you like to watch Leah talk about crazy fucking things, then today's stream is perfect for you, because this is Leah's favorite stream that she's probably ever put together in the history of Face Connect. So make that decision right now. The VOD is not going anywhere. Oh my god. No, the VOD is not going anywhere. You shut up, okay? Leah did this within the realms of still being say-so and pure, just like Sakana's dream. So there's nothing wrong with this stream today. Absolutely nothing wrong. See, I even made it all pink and pastel, so that way like it can still be visually cute. So you guys know that Leah's still being say-so at the end of it. Can you guys read this? I think you can read this. I'm not fixing the size. Hi! Okay, let me take a sip. Okay, so our first thing that I wanted to talk about is probably the question that so many of you guys have on your minds, right? Why cannibalism, Leah? Out of everything that you could be obsessed with, right? Like, why couldn't you just be a normal girl and be obsessed with like nail art, or like a normal girl and be obsessed with like regular like I don't know, like fantasy novels or something? Cannibalism is exciting. Yes, because of these reasons I listed here. So, our first reason is that cannibalism, like Henry said in his super chat, thank you Henry, it is environmentally sustainable because, right? Some people say that by, you know, like some people like vegans or vegetarians argue that the more meat that we consume in our society, the faster we're going to run out of meat, or the faster these animals run the risk of becoming endangered. Yes, so You know, we eat like beef and chickens and piggies and finches and I don't know, what else do we eat? What other meats do we eat? Some cultures eat like rabbit and kangaroo and dog and you know, there's all sorts of different mediums that you can eat meat from, and you know, it's still giving you lots of, you know, nutrients and stuff. However, the more meat that you consume, the faster that you're going to go through like all of that meat and then not have any meat left over. So if we start eating people, oh yeah, frogs and dolphins and narwhals and some scorpions, I think, have meat kind of in them, and I'm trying to think, like all sorts of alligator and deer. I forgot deer. They're bear meat. You can eat bear meat. The point is that you know, the more meat that we're consuming, the more you know, the more risk of becoming endangered it poses to these animals. And also, right? Like when you eat like a chicken or something, right? Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups so bad right now. When you eat like a chicken, right? There's the potential of having parasites inside of that chicken. And then what happens, right? The parasite goes into the human and then starts spreading like diseases and like all sorts of like bad things. Like think about like the plague, right? How the plague spread because like the rats were like infecting humans and stuff. So if you start eating humans, you're killing off potential hosts for the parasites to get into, which means the risk of disease is going down with every human that you eat. Yes, right? So think about like recently in human history when there have been like diseases and stuff that have been spread. Can you guys please not get ahead in the lesson, okay? Anthony, you need to shut the hell up right now. There is no getting ahead. I'm the professor, you're the student. If you don't want me to make a fucking example out of you, then shut your mouth. I know more than you. Anyways, as Leah was saying, you think about like more like recent diseases and stuff that have spread and like the hosts like tapeworms and stuff. Yeah, Anthony, you better be sorry. Tapeworms and stuff, like, so if you kill off the more, like, no, okay, not kill. First of all, I want to say that I do not advocate for killing, okay? I'm not advocating for killing. Leah does not advocate murder. This is just cannibalism, okay? Leah does not advocate for cannibalism. I'm just giving a educated lecture on cannibalism right now. Okay, so now that that's clear. But yes, let's see. Our second point, anyways. Our second point is that actually there are other benefits to cannibalism. Yes. There are other benefits to cannibalism. I don't know if you guys know this, but Leah sure does. From the 1600s to the 1800s in Germany, they were using human body parts as medical treatments, right? So I have here listed a couple different ways that they were doing that. After I take a sip of my water. Okay, so the first reason I have listed is that human fat, they thought back then, would be a remedy for broken bones. So you wouldn't necessarily consume the human fat, but you would like use it as a balm, right? So let's say like you had like a carpal tunnel, or maybe like your finger was broken. Like they would have this like human fat stored in jars, and then they would rub it as a balm on like these broken bones and stuff, or like these sore bones and tendons, and it would be thought to like help them. Yes. They also used to crush human skulls, right, into like a tiny little like fine powder. So like if it was like a deceased human being, they would crush the skull into a powder, and then they would consume that powder, and it was thought to be a cure for diseases like epilepsy and stuff. And more relevant point that I want to bring up is that there is still technically cannibalism today that is actually like not as socially unaccepted as people think it is. There are, and I don't know much about this because it's kind of yucky, but I did see a TikTok actually of somebody doing this recently. Yes, I actually saw somebody committing cannibalism on TikTok. And because like this medium of cannibalism is actually so accepted, TikTok did not take it down. So I'm not crazy, you're crazy, right? People today, pregnant women, will eat their placenta. Yes. They will eat their own placenta because it is thought to contain a lot of nutrients, or they will feed it to their babies like all blended up and stuff because it has like a lot of nutrients and stuff in it, right? So yeah, they'll like cook up their placenta. Like I saw this TikTok of a woman like she was seasoning her placenta and then she stuck it in the oven. Yeah, that's technically cannibal. It doesn't count. You shut the fuck up. Yes, it does count. It really counts. It counts. It's good with red wine sauce. Yeah. People that eat their own placenta say that it has a similar consistency to like liver, right? So if you've ever had like I've never had like beef liver before, but it's supposed to be like similar. It doesn't count. Shut up. Yes, it fucking counts. It so does count. Your cannibalism is eating a part of your, like, a human body, right? Yes. Okay? Eating a part of a human body. It doesn't... Okay, it is cannibalism because it's not always just the woman that eats it, right? Like, the woman in the video was feeding it back to her baby. Yes. She was feeding it back to her baby. So that baby, by proxy, was committing cannibalism. So even if it's auto-cannibalism for her, people share, like, they share their placenta with other people in some cases. So it's like a whole meal, right? Like, oh, so-and-so just gave birth. Let's go over to, like, see the baby. And it's like, oh, wow, so-and-so's baby is so cute. And now she made us, like, a home-cooked meal. I'm so excited to eat it. What's for dinner? Oh, yummy, placenta. And nobody thinks, like, oh, that's kind of weird or that's kind of gross. Everybody's just like, oh, my gosh, like, she's so cool for, like, nutrients and being so, like, forward, caring for her body and her baby. But it's like it came out of a person, right? So it's still cannibalism. It came out of a person. No! It's not a delicacy. It's literally just cannibalism. It doesn't matter if you think it's weird or gross. The point is that people do it, right? People do it, and it's not always so, like... My point is that, like, it is a more socially accepted form of cannibalism that still happens today. So... No, breast milk doesn't count, dumbass. Anyways, my next point kind of goes along with the placenta thing, that human flesh contains more nutrients. And so, kind of the logic of people eating their placenta, right? Or people... like, not people that advocate for cannibalism, but like from a scientific perspective, like one of the like reasonings that they can like level with about cannibalism is that the more similar a meal is to your own body, the more it's able to match the nutrients that your body needs so that it is more like fulfilling to eat. So like you can eat like cow, right? And it has a lot of nutrients in it and stuff, but then, you know, you're still missing out on like this nutrient or like this one, or maybe like you're gonna need to take like a supplement or something, like a vitamin for something else. But if you eat like, you know, your own placenta or like another person, those nutrients kind of like all come in the package. So what I'm saying by that is you can eat your sibling and still have a very fulfilling meal. Do not actually eat your sibling, but you can potentially eat your sibling because they would be like biologically close to you so that you can get all your nutrients. And so if you're somebody like a NEET that never goes outside and stuff, and you really need like that vitamin D, but Sunny D just like isn't cutting it for you, and like you absolutely refuse to open the window in your room to get that vitamin D, if you ate your sibling, the vitamin D comes free with the Xbox. So like it's like a Happy Meal kind of. Except the sibling probably wouldn't be so happy that they were getting eaten, so that it's like a meal kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Sunny D, I want the purple stuff. The fuck is the purple stuff? No. Okay, see, since everybody wants to get ahead of Leah in the fucking... This is called Lessons with Leah, not Lessons with Chat, okay? I would appreciate if you all shut the fuck up! It's not called Chat Teaches Leah. It's not called Leah Listens to Chat. It's not called Chat Controls the fucking PowerPoint. I have the arrow keys to fucking change the slide. Listen to me! Okay, so the next part of Lessons with Leah today, talking about cannibalism, is why cannibalism is bad, okay? So see, a very, very, very scholarly person, a good, proper teacher, someone with scholarly qualifications, is able to assess the topic from both perspectives, right? So a lot of people thought, oh, Leah was just gonna get on here and say why cannibalism is good. But that's not true, because Leah is a scholarly genius who graduated top of her class and was #1 all the time. And so she knows that you should always look at things from both perspectives. And that is why we have Why Not Cannibalism. Not based anymore. Shut the fuck up! Anyways, the first part of this I want to say again, to reiterate, is that Leah does not condone murder. Yeah. Do you know why it's called cornstarch? I just found out about that yesterday, and I forgot to put it in the slide. And I even wrote like 5 sticky notes for it. It's called corpse starch, right? Corpse starch. Yeah, I'm fucking stupid. I was gonna put that in here, and I was like, don't forget! And guess what I fucking forgot? Haha! Anyways, so cannibalism, when you commit a cannibalism, you run the risk of contracting a bunch of horrible diseases that could actually kill you. Miss Leah, can I go to the bathroom? No, you have to pee your pants here. I don't like you. Okay. So, the diseases, the possible diseases that you could catch, I think the one that everybody likes to say, subpolygons, you shut the fuck up! You notice how, like, it's on the PowerPoint, but I wasn't even there yet? It doesn't mean that you get to get ahead of the lesson, okay? If this was an actual fucking schoolhouse and I was your teacher, I would beat you with a ruler right now. Shut the fuck up! I'm tired of you all getting ahead of me. Okay, if my mods are here, start banning these fucking knuckleheads. Thank you. Okay, so now that we have order back in our classroom, the first disease that I want to talk about is called kudu. It's also known as prion disease or mad cow disease, and basically it is a disease that eats away at your brain so rapidly that by the time you start showing symptoms of it, you will die. But the thing is, like, the way that it works is that the prions in the meat get folded incorrectly, and so it gives you like this disease. It's not that crazy common, but you have the risk of catching it even from non-human meat, right? It's extremely rare, but I think it's slightly more common just in like eating human brain more specifically. So what that means is you need to be creative and cautious with the part of a human that you are choosing to eat, right? So maybe don't eat the brain, or maybe just eat a little brain. Again, I don't condone cannibalism, but if you were to do it, I am just simply a virus that lives inside of your screen. If you were to turn the screen another way, I would never be able to know what's going on the other side. It sounds like super rabies. It's kind of like super rabies. Yeah. Yeah. The most like I think like Kuru is really well known because of the four people. They were a group of people that were cannibals, and they did it for like ceremonial reasons, right? They did it so that they could honor their loved ones in like these ceremonies on the way to the afterlife that I'll talk a little bit more about. I think at the next slide. And so they were eating their loved ones and stuff, and a large population of them caught Kuru, and they started to die off rapidly. Yeah, and this lasted until the 1950s. But so it's not actually like that crazy long ago, but there are still some poor people that live with like the effects of it. So like they themselves might not have like actually done it, but there were like birth defects and stuff that came along with it. So there are like definitely still the effects of that being felt by poor people today. So yeah, just a little bit of like a fun history lesson. So the next slide that I wanted to... Necrophilia sounds better to honor your loved ones, but not by much. My phone wallpaper is the Tor necrophilia. I don't know why I just told you that. Anyway. Cannibalistic rituals is the next... the next slide that we're going to talk about. Yes. So the can you guys stay on topic for the love of God? You guys are the worst fucking class I've ever had in my entire history of being a teacher. I just got my fucking teaching degree like 2 hours ago, and you guys are already the worst class I've ever had. I hate you. I don't actually mean that. Anyways, cannibalistic rituals, like I said. So, this is the part that Leah is like very like, because I feel like I should like say this, but I'm really interested in like different like cultural rituals and stuff, especially about like cannibalistic rituals. I spend a lot of time like looking into like different types of them, but that's kind of besides the point. I just wanted to touch on like a couple of like the more interesting ones and teach you guys. Can I see your teacher's license, please? Yeah, hold on, let me get that license for you. Yeah. Is this enough of a license for you? This is my teaching credential. See, it says right here. If you look right here, it says Leah is teacher. So that's the license. Okay? Yeah, checks out. Cool. Okay, let's see, where was I in my lesson before I got rudely interrupted by asking for my credentials that you guys already know exist? Hey! I want teacher Leah to keep me after class. Thank you, Steven. You have detention. Okay, so some rituals, some people like the Iroquois, I think is how you say that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Iroquois, they defeated their enemies, like, they were more like warrior types. And after they would defeat their enemies, they would consume them because they believe that consuming their enemies is like the ultimate act of revenge, but also a way to absorb their strength and power. Yeah. Yeah. So they like after they like killed someone, they would like consume them to like be like, ooh, look at it, I'm desecrating your corpse. What you gonna do about it? You're dead. But then they'd also be like, I'm growing stronger. It's kind of like gaining EXP in a video game, but in real life. Yeah. The 4 people that I just talked about in the last slide, they also, so they had a lot of different rituals surrounding cannibalism and different views on it. So some of it was they would eat the hearts and the brains, which, you know, is more likely why they contracted kudu. But they would eat the hearts and the brains of their elderly community leaders. Because by eating the brain, they thought that they were able to consume their knowledge and pass it on to future generations. And their hearts, because they didn't want, like, you know, that memory or that love they felt for those elders in the community to disappear. So by eating their heart, they were, like, keeping a part of them, like, close to them type of a deal. And, like, it was meant to be, like, a ritual out of honor. Yeah. They also considered that by eating them instead of burying them, like if they were to bury them, their bodies would be, you know, buried under dirt, and they would be, you know, eaten by insects and turn, you know, ugly. And it was seen like a loss of like their humanity and stuff. So instead, they would consume them as a way to continue to honor them, and like, it was seen as like a positive thing instead of like, you know, oh, I would rather eat grandma than have her, you know, like crumble apart under the earth. So it was supposed to be like a thing out of like respect and love. Yes. So they became food. Hi. And then another, not so much ritual, but I guess like important part. Will this be on the test? This is all gonna be on the test, Danny. You better be taking notes and studying really well. Hi. And then another important part of like, you know, like human body parts and cannibalism is that it was used in medicine and common practice. And there are still parts of the world where this is like practiced and carried out. So there's actually a book that I just got. What is the name of the book? Something cannibal? The picture on the front is a frog eating another frog. And basically this guy goes and you know, talks about like his experiences with like cannibalism and stuff, and like the perspectives on it in different cultures and stuff that, you know, aren't as like discussed in society, I guess. It's interesting, but yes, there are still parts of the world where they use like human body parts in medicine and still carry out cannibalism and stuff. I'm sure like everybody knows like that one BBC interview with the interviewer. Everybody knows that one, but yeah. I would say Leah researching this would put her on a watch list, but Leah has researched worse. My search history is like, what does human flesh taste? Wait, no. Actually, like let me look at my search history right now. Let me read my search history to you. I can't show you what it is, but I can definitely read it to you. Let's see. My search history is oh, what the Genshin Impact? Where is it? It's right here. Humans. Why do cannibals eat redacted? I can't say that word. What does human flesh taste like? What are the benefits of eating other humans? How is cannibalism good? What are the benefits of cannibalism? Why is cannibalism bad? Books on cannibalism. Cannibals in history. Cannibalistic rituals. Benefits of cannibalism in religion. Yeah. See, it's a good thing that Leah studied this so hard, or else you guys would be the stupid ones. You guys would be the embarrassing ones. You guys would be the ones making a fool of yourself. Hi, Rin Mama.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mommy.
Everyone's gonna make fools of themselves?
I'm teaching them about cannibalism right now.
We love cannibalism.
Yummy, yummy! Hi, Mommy. Hi! Okay, cannibalistic rituals. Here you go. Hi, so, last part, let me see. We were talking about, Mommy made me lose my... Is that Erin? That's my mom. She just brought me coffee. Hi. Let's see. Oh, I keep trying to like say this, but I get distracted. And medicine throughout like the world and stuff. So, there's medicines in China that use human hair and nails. So, I believe they're like more like balm type of medicines that use these. You know, like traditional Chinese medicine would occasionally use them for a variety of different treatments and stuff. In Greece, for a long period of time. What does your mom think about cannibalism? My mom likes cannibalism. In Greece, they thought that by drinking human blood, it would cure like mental diseases like epilepsy, Alzheimer's, other mental diseases I can't think of. But yeah, in England, this is a pretty fucked up one, I think. I can't say this about anyone else, but I can say this about the British. What's in the coffee? It's vanilla coffee. Vanilla coffee. Hi. In England, they ate and desecrated mummies because they believed that mummies would cure their stomach aches. Yes, mummy powder. Hi, Punko! Hi, Punko! Hi, Punko. Hi. But yes, the British people thought that they would cure stomach aches if they ate mummies. However, they got really fucking oddly specific about which mummy it was that they could eat. And it was supposed to be like a red-headed mummy. A red-headed mummy that was buried in this specific place. And that was thought to cure stuff like IBS. And yeah, they were like, this is the ultimate delicacy. And then they like really fucked this mummy up. It's kind of awful. Zach, thank you. No, don't eat me, please. Oh, I'm not eating you. What the I literally cannot eat you if I wanted to. Hi! And finally on this list, in Switzerland, they would ground the human skulls into a powder and they would consume it to cure a variety of ailments. And that's something that I talked about in one of the earlier slides. But yeah, they would grind up these human skulls and they would use it to treat like all sorts of stuff. And honestly, like there's no... Mummies are rare because we ate them. Yes, that is exactly it. The British people specifically ate so many mummies that like there are not mummies all over the place because like as many mummies as like you would think there would be because British people ate them. It's like actually the truth. British people ate mummies because it was like a delicacy. I don't know why. Isn't it better if like you eat it like fresh? It's I don't know, it's like all flaky. But yeah, so there is some like I wouldn't say that like this is all like benefits of cannibalism, but it definitely is like a unique perspective on cannibalism. And as for like the medicines and stuff, we don't know if like any of this actually holds up in like the scientific realm. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. But you know, back in you had to experiment to get to where we are now, right? Like you had to conduct a variety of experiments throughout history so that way you can see what works and what doesn't. And so one of the experiments that they did was trying out human body parts in medicine. And there's nothing, well, I mean, there's a lot wrong with that. But back when there weren't like laws and stuff, I mean, whatever. Hi! So then, this brings us to our next slide, which is a very, very, very exciting part. This is going to be the section that gets a little bit yucky. So again, if you guys are not comfortable with this, make sure that you have to go watch a Leah VOD. If you're not going to watch Leah stream right now, you have to go watch and comment on a Leah VOD if you are not going to watch this right now. However, if you are going to watch this, this is going to be the section where we talk about people that ate people. And do you guys know what's in Cinnamoroll's basket? These are human hearts. Yummy, yummy, yummy! Human hearts inside of this basket. Yeah! I was going for a very specific type of aesthetic with today's slideshow, so I hope that this aesthetic is translating over to you guys well. With the topic and the words, with the pastel type background and stuff, this is exactly what my old Tumblr blog used to look like. So I'm trying really hard to encapsulate that for you guys. Hi! So, the very first person that we're going to be talking about in the people that ate people section is... Armin Mice! Mywiz! Maywiz! Maywiz. I don't know how to say his name. I'm just gonna call him Armin because I don't speak German. But yes, this is the consensual cannibalism. Yes. This is consensual cannibalism. So, the story of Armin, this is one of Leah's favorite true crime cases ever because I have yippee syndrome. Basically, Armin was a very lonely man in Germany. He was just lonely, and he grew up fascinated with the story of Hansel and Gretel, and made it like his dream to commit cannibalism in the same way that they do in Hansel and Gretel. And so, you know, he gets older. He has a fetish for cannibalism. It is really like, I think he was a computer software programmer or engineer or something like that. But, you know, he gets older. He's got this cannibalism fetish, and he decides that he wants to, in his life, find a willing participant to allow him to butcher their body and eat it. Butcher it like a meat butcher style. And so he goes on to this website, like this forum for cannibals or like people with cannibalism fetishes, and posted this like thing where he was like looking for girl or boy, doesn't matter the gender. The website was called the Cannibal Cafe, yes. He was looking for, very specifically, a willing and consenting participant from the ages 18 to 25 that were, like, this person had to be looking to end their life and being okay with having their body butchered and then having Armin eat them. So, something that, like, he was saying is he did not want to kill them, right? Like, this person could take their own life, and he just wanted to have the body and then like chop the body up. So he didn't actually like want to kill this person per se, but he did want to butcher their body after they were already gone. And a lot of people, you know, there was a large number of people on the Cannibal Cafe website that were like, you know, also sharing this like cannibalism like fetish and infatuation. And I need a sip. Yeah, basically Tinder for cannibals. And, you know, a lot of people would say like, yeah, Armin, you can actually like totally have my body. Like, I'm gonna kill myself tomorrow. So like, I'm gonna, you know, and Armin would be like, oh, okay. So like, just let me know what time like you're planning on killing yourself so I could come by and like get your body. Or like, you know, if you want to come and like do it at my house, you know, like you want to end your life in my house, like, you know, like I can give you like privacy and stuff. Because I believe he lived in a very large like mansion or something like that, if my memory is correct. But yeah, basically like, the important part was that they had to be like, again, willing and consenting to this. And these people, you know, they would be like, actually, like I didn't want to do it, or like they would back out and stuff, and like you know, he wouldn't continue to pursue them. He would just be like, oh, you know what, like you don't want to do it anymore, it's okay. Because the whole thing was like, he did not want to force someone into it. He wanted someone that was willing and like a willing consenting participant. And so he eventually found this guy whose name something Brandies. I just remember seeing his name is Brandies. But basically, this guy, he was super depressed, like had no will to live anymore. Also shared this cannibalism fetish and was just like, you know what, I'm not really 100% on board with this, but like I'm in too deep already. Like I just want to go through with this. But my final wish is that his dying wish, like his final wish in life, was that him and Armin cut off his cucumber, his Italian sausage, his helicopter propeller, and that they cook it and eat it together as like his final meal. So that was like his dying wish. But it wasn't just like cut it off, right? No, he wanted Armin to bite it off. Yes, that was his wish. He said, you know what, Armin, you can just bite it off. And Armin was like, okay. And so, okay, this is like the gross detail. So it says, wow, Leah, you're so good at talking. Thank you, Leah. I know I'm good at talking. So basically, this Brandis guy, you know, like Armin didn't really want him to be in like any pain or like to be like how do I say this? Like he didn't want him to be like, yeah, like in any pain or anything. So he gave him a ton of sleeping pills. And like I think he took like an entire bottle of NyQuil and then like a bunch of like either painkillers or sleeping medication. So he was kind of like really like in and out of it during this entire time. He tried to bite it off. It went horribly, so he ended up cutting it off because he could tell that Brandis was in too much pain, so he cut it off and then ran to the kitchen to cook it. But while he was cooking it, Brandis was bleeding out from losing his member so quickly that Armin had no other choice, because he did not want to see him suffering from losing blood. He stabbed him in the neck to put him out of his misery and butchered his body, and then kept parts of, you know, him like in the freezer, so that way, you know, maybe I could have like a little bit of arm meat today, or you know, maybe I'm feeling like a butt cheek tomorrow. Yeah. But unfortunately, because of the way that it played out, Armin still did commit murder, and that is why he was arrested. Yes. Well, I mean, like, obviously he was arrested for cannibalism too, but he like actually committed murder in the end, so like, you know, like assault and murder, so like, you know, it's still illegal, obviously. Like there's no like maybe about that, because in the end, even though like there were probably like, I don't know how you say it, like quote unquote like good intentions, because like you could argue it was consensual, but you could also say like Armin wasn't, or Brandis wasn't like all there and stuff, and yeah, it was a shit show. So unfortunately, this one ended in a disaster. It's not murder if it's consensual. Yes, it is. He still killed him. Wouldn't it be a gray area because the person was gonna die anyway from the OD? It's hard, but like, I have no idea. I have no idea. It was a crime of compassion. It was still a crime at the end of the day. So say what. Stop eating the tape. Hey! Everybody's wilding today. Okay. So the next guy that we're gonna talk about is also German. Is there anybody from Germany in my chat, by the way? Operators, do I have any like German operators? What is up with you German people having fetishes for cannibalism specifically? Because like, you know, have one German cannibal, you know, blow up in the news, that's just a thing. But have two of them, that's more than a coincidence. That's like that shit runs in your blood at that point, right? Yeah, Germany here. I mean, explain, connector, explain. What is up with that? They are strange people. At least they aren't British. I mean, British people are also fucking weird. Like, everybody, like, has got their thing, right? But, like, German... This is the second case out of Germany of, like, specifically a German cannibal looking for consenting victim to eat the pee-pee of. Like, that's, like, 4 check boxes of just, like, things that can't just be a coincidence, right? It's weird. But anyways, this guy, our second guy we're gonna talk about, is Detlev Gunzel. And I totally butchered that name, but I'm not German. I'm not German, so whatever. And this is again another consensual cannibal. Another consensual cannibal. And you're probably like, Leo, what the fuck? It's a fetish thing, okay? It's literally just a fetish thing. I don't make the rules. It's just people have a fetish for this shit, and it's weird, but whatever. Whatever. It's pretty similar to the previous guy of he was looking for a willing and consenting victim, and he was on a cannibal fetish website and found a guy and also wanted to eat his pee-pee. So, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. But Gunzel, he had a BDSM dungeon where he, you know, butchered the body and like everything took place, and then he buried the body parts in his garden. And there is a picture of him, if you Google it, that you can see of him butt naked. Does he have socks on? I think it's just socks. He's only wearing socks, and he has like a axe in his hand. Yeah, it's a very interesting picture. Of course, Germans. It's always the Germans, right? Always the Germans. German sausage was a replacement. Oh, okay. Okay, and then our next person on this list. He really is German. He left the socks on. What the fuck does that mean? The fuck does that mean? Hi. Okay, next person, probably the most famous person, and also the reason why I did this stream now, as you know, I was thinking about doing it later, before, but I'm glad I waited until now because Jeffrey Dahmer is kind of a hot topic again right now. I don't know if any of you guys have watched the Jeffrey Dahmer TV show on Netflix. It is a like not really like a documentary because it's like got a lot of like dramatic like things that got changed for like the sake of the show and stuff. It is a very, very, very good show though. I 10 out of 10 recommend it. It does a really good job of talking about like a different perspective of Jeffrey Dahmer because it focuses more on like the victims and like the families and like the impact of it rather than just like looking at Jeffrey Dahmer. But docudrama, yeah, that's it. I don't know. I wasn't like I didn't know about it, but then I watched it and I would say like it's really well done. So yeah, I saw the court case like all normal people. Everybody's seen the court case. Everybody's seen the actual interviews. Okay, like everybody's seen those. It was a different perspective because it talks about the victims rather than like Jeffrey Dahmer. So people say, oh, sorry, Chen, that's nothing on you. I just think Jeffrey Dahmer is ugly. Hi, yeah. The moment you said his name, my internet crashed. I wish that like they would do a show like that, similar, but like focus on like somebody that was not like as like everybody does stuff on like Bundy. Everybody does stuff on Dahmer. Like I wish that like we could see like other stuff, like other you know like there's other more interesting true crime stories out there, and I wish that like there were more like international ones that we get attention to. Like there's this one case that I really like reading about because you know it'd be like that, but it's this Russian guy, this Russian necrophile. I really like that case. I'd like to see like a series about that. I think it would make for like interesting TV show. Hi, the dudes kind of played out. Yeah, I mean the part I think was it the chess guy, the doll. I think it's the doll guy. Yeah, I think it's the doll guy. I wish they would do a show on that. That could make for interesting like TV drama. Yeah. Black Dolphin Prison. What is that? Black Dolphin Prison. I've never heard of that before. What? Give us Ed Gein. Give us Ed Gein! Give us a show about Ed Gein. I think they briefly mentioned him. They mentioned him and Gacy really briefly in the Dahmer show on Netflix, which was like shocking because I don't think like people talk about Gacy, but I don't think that there's ever been like anything like super. Have I ever told you guys the story of my encounter with true crime fans? Have I ever told you guys about this? I feel like I have, because this was like truly traumatizing for me. But okay, I'm gonna tell the story again because it's like related. But I was on vacation, and there is a museum of like true crime stuff. I don't know the name of it, but there's like a museum of like true crime stuff. It's like not just true crime stuff, but it's like a museum about like death, and like gives a bunch of like different. It's a very interesting museum. I don't know if I would ever go back because but every time you swallow, you consume and derive nutrition from dead skin cells in your cheek. We're all auto-cannibals. Checkmate, aunties! It's not the same thing! Shut up! It's not the same fucking thing! Let me tell my story. Anyways, yeah. So this museum has like photos from like famous true crime, like actual like crime scenes, like that were pretty popular throughout history, and they're all like uncensored. So it is a very like graphic, morbid museum to go to, but it also has a lot of like interesting rooms in it. Like they have a room of like different caskets throughout history and in different cultures. It talks about like different burial processes throughout like history and different cultures and stuff, and like gives like an in-depth look on like the embalming process, like how bodies are prepared for funerals and how autopsies are carried out. And I think that was a really fascinating room. They also have a bunch of like taxidermy stuff. They've got photos from like self-inflicted crime scenes, or like natural deaths and stuff, which I feel like is also a little bit intense. Like those ones made me a little like yucky. But the first room that you go into in that museum, like I think is like, you know, the first room obviously has to be like the one that like gets the most attention and stuff. And in that room they have letters from Gacy, they have letters from Dahmer, they have big stuff about like Ed Gein and a couple other like Bundy and stuff. You've got stuff from like the chicken coop murders in there. They've got like the Black Dahlia and is it Charles Manson, stuff like that. Like the more like I guess like quote unquote like well-known serial killers and stuff. But when we were in there were multiple groups of people in front of us wearing like I Heart Dahmer bracelets and like taking pictures of the Dahmer letters and like fangirls squealing over them, and like they had like these patches on their jacket and stuff that was like I Heart Gacy, and like I'm getting sick thinking about it. Yeah, it's so gross. It's so gross. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. They were like literally like think of like an anime convention, think of like an anime convention, except it is like girls in a murder museum. Yeah. They always had. Yeah, I know like people like, you know, like these killers had like groupies and stuff, but I just feel like that's like beyond fucked up. They were like my age is the thing. They were like my age group. So like young. It was weird. Like if I was I think about this, right? Like I'm never going to grow up and be a mother. That's just not for me. But if I was a mother and I found out my child had like little candy bracelets that say I heart Jeff Dahmer, the things that I want to preface this by saying I grew up in a Hispanic household, okay? Okay, I got the shoe to the head. I got the shoe to the head. That was the chancla. That was very common. That was a very common thing. I still believe in that. People like that make me believe in the chancla. It's whooping time! No, you can't eat your kid because they'd be like, oh my god, it's just like Jeff Dahmer. And I'd be like, what is wrong with you? It's so bad. It's so bad. Again. Like, I have it right here on the slide. Fiction does not equal reality, right? So, you know, like, let's talk about like people that enjoy listening to true crime podcasts and stuff, or people that you know, maybe you really like reading like gore manga, or like you really like slasher movies, or you know, like you really like watching like a bunch of like I don't know, maybe you like that horror movie Iceberg. You like watching movies that are reasonably just a little bit down. Reasonably is the key word. They're reasonably down on that iceberg. You know, but as long as you can remember that fiction does not equate to reality, and like I think it's okay to like stuff like that as long as you are not bringing it into real life, right? Like you can look at like you could watch the Jeff Dahmer show on Netflix and be like, wow, that was a really good show. I can appreciate it for what it is. That does not mean that it is okay now to go and buy like, oh my god, there was like this instance of oh, this is so bad. Like back, when was it? Like 3 or 4 years ago, there was Urban Outfitters, I believe is who it was selling, you know, like those varsity sweaters that have like your school name on it? They were selling sweaters that were like the names of like crime scenes on those sweaters. And those sweaters that they were selling also had like bleach stains on them. And it was the most fucked up thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Because like there's a line that you don't cross with that type of stuff, right? And they crossed that line horribly. They like fucked up and they crossed that line really bad. So again, like my point is that like I think you can like enjoy researching and like you enjoy like learning about stuff like this, but it does not mean that like it is now okay for you to go and like purchase those sweaters or like make these bracelets that say like I heart X serial killer here, right? You keep that shit to like just don't do that, okay? Yeah, just don't romanticize that shit. It's gross. Yeah. So that is what the point of today's cannibalism lecture is, right? So you can, my point is that you can appreciate learning about stuff like this as long as you remember that it is in an educational standard. And you know, maybe people just really like reading about stuff like this, and that's okay. But I do not think that it means like, you know, it is okay for you to be like, oh my gosh, I actually think cannibalism is so cool. Because no, okay? No, absolutely not. So yes, just remember that we're not talking. I have hiccups. Yeah, I have hiccups. But yeah. We're not talking about like him in depth because everybody knows about Jeff Dahmer, but it gives a good opportunity to remind people of stuff like that. Yeah. Exactly. But would you eat it? No! Okay, no! The point of me bringing up the placenta was not supposed to be like... oh my gosh, it's so poggers, it's normal, look at it, like, you can do it. It's supposed to be like a no, it's fucking weird, okay? No, okay. Hi, and then the last person that I have on this list of people is Joe Matheny. And Joe Matheny is like the cannibal guy, okay? So, something to remember is like when people think of cannibals, they either think of Jeff Dahmer or Joe Matheny, even though Joe Matheny's name might not be as popular as Jeff Dahmer. That feels gross to say. But, yeah, Matheny is like, the things that he did is very famous. So, basically, he killed 3 women, I think it was, and kept their body parts, like, he ground them up in the meat grinder and kept them in his freezer. And then he mixed it with, like, ground beef and ground pork and turned them into sandwiches that he sold. Yeah, he opened this, like, little burger joint and then started selling, like, these burgers and these sandwiches, and people thought they were, like, actually really yummy and had no idea that he was selling people at all. Yeah. Kind of really fucked up, huh? You could go buy, like, food from, you know, like one of those, like, really yummy, like, little joints on the side of the road, and it is not actual nutritious, well, how do I say this? Not actual morally delicious food. Yeah. Just a prank. No! He created a big no! Not like that, no! Not like that, no! But yeah, I don't think his name is as... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, infamous as the others? But, what he did is what people, like, people remember what he did and not his name. And I think that is good. We should have more of that. Hi! And that brings me to... this slide right here, which is, what does human meat actually taste like, right? I put a little heart into my burger. No! Hi! So, human meat, this is why, like, I brought up that book earlier, is because the guy that wrote that book actually ended up participating in cannibalism, even though he did not, like, actively seek out participating in it and did not, like, intend to at the time that he was writing the book. But he did end up consuming humans in it and had a lot to say about it. And so that's why I think that book is pretty interesting. But a lot of people draw similarities to human flesh, human meat, and pork. That's why it's kind of called, like, the long pig, right? A lot of you guys said that, long pork or long pig. That's kind of why humans are in a culinary sense referred to as that. You sort of some cannibals have noted that human flesh, human meat tastes like a little bit more aged up veal, but others say that it tastes like pork. I've also seen some people say that it tastes pretty similar to monkey meat, but not everyone is as exposed to consuming monkey. So the closest thing to that I think they've just, like, agreed upon for how it tastes is something similar to pork. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so something similar to pork. It has no real gamey taste, or like it doesn't really have like a strong taste to it, but apparently it has like a little bit of a bitter taste to it. And Issei Sagawa, who is a Japanese man that ate a Dutch how do you call them, like international student, I believe. He said that if given the chance to eat a person again, which is kind of horrifying, has said that he would want to put it into sukiyaki or shabu shabu because it would taste really good mixed with those flavors. Yeah, I thought it was French. I thought it was Dutch, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, he has said that if given the opportunity to eat again, and that he is like there was like a, was it, I forgot where he did that interview, but yeah, he said that like if given the opportunity to again, and I could not imagine being that interviewer and hearing that. That would make me so uncomfortable. It would make me stay awake for the rest of my life. Yeah. And then in 2005, there was something called hufu, and I have talked about this a lot on stream because I really want to find a way to recreate this. I want to find a way to make this so badly. This is Leah's dream. I want to make this so badly. It is called hufu. Yes, and it stands for human tofu. Yes, it is promoted as a healthy human flesh alternative. Yes, it is tofu with the taste and consistency of human flesh. Yes, and it was all a big scam that never actually got sold anywhere. And when I found that out, I was very sad because I really wanted to do something with it on stream, and then I found out it wasn't even real, and then it made me really sad. But then it got me thinking. It got me thinking we could have streams together where we tried to create it, right? Yeah. Isn't that just regular tofu? No, it's supposed to have like a similar taste, and you know, like how you can like make tofu into like fish and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like that, except it's like they made it like flesh. I don't know how you do that, but like I would be really interested in like attempting to figure it out. I'm normal. I'm normal. Is there pork tofu though? I'm sure there can be, right? There's gotta be people that eat like pork tofu, cause like I'm sure some people that like became vegan later in life like enjoyed pork at some point, right? Tofu tastes on any flavor you want. See, I'm not weird. I'm not weird. Yeah. There's something else about cloned human meat. I think the tofu thing sounds good though, cause like you could put it on top of like rice or something, right? Yeah. You could put it on top of like rice and get like a little bit of crunchy, like a little bit of like yeah. Pozole was an Aztec dish that used human flesh. With the modern era, we use pig as a meat. Oh, really? I know pozole. I love pozole. Maybe we can make pozole with human tofu. That'd be fun. Human tofu. Hufu pozole. Yeah. Hufu pozole. Probably? No one's saying anything. No, I'm not weird. You guys are weird. Hi! And again, to finish off this lecture with Lessons with Leah today, eating placenta is normal, so no, I am not weird. Hi! And that is our entire lecture. Oh wait, no, I had one more slide. Please do not commit cannibalism. See? See, it says do not commit cannibalism, okay? This is the most important lesson to take away from today's stream. Do not commit cannibalism. I know that about Bob's Burgers, and I was so sad when I found that out because I think it would have been so interesting to have them be cannibals. It would have been so interesting. There was like an early episode where they kind of like alluded to it, I think. But yeah, there was like this whole thing about like the original pitch of Bob's Burgers was that they were like, you know, like I was talking about like Methany. That guy was gonna be similar to that, where they were mixing like actual human flesh into their burgers and selling them, but they ended up not going through with it. Would have been so much more interesting that way. Hey! What about no cannibalism? No cannibalism, okay? See, Leah says no to cannibalism. Absolutely no cannibalism. Have you seen Sweeney Todd? Sweeney Todd's not about cannibalism, is it? Is it? Or is it not? Wait, really? I don't know anything about Bob's Burgers. I just remember seeing it about cannibalism. And then I know like that one like thing that like the mom says, and she's like, if you're not real, then why do I feel this way, little baby? And I always sing that to my cat because I am convinced that my cat is just a voice I hear in my head. Yeah. That's not the point though. The point is cannibalism. Yeah. Sweeney Todd to kill people and put meat into pies. Really? I had no idea. That sounds kind of cool. Leah's FBI agents deserve a raise. FBI agents, if you were looking at my search history today, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I promise I was doing it for like real educational purposes only, and I do not intend to ever eat a person because I am just a computer virus and I can't even eat anything. So yeah. There is absolutely no risk of Leah being a cannibal. So nothing to worry about. Also, like, I think about how much like strength it takes to be a cannibal, right? Like, you have to like cut up things, and then you get messy, and like you have to like get freezers and put the stuff into freezers, and you know how heavy a human is. Like, it just seems like too much work. I could never do that. Could literally never even do that. Even if like I was like super committed to it, it's just a lot of effort that I don't have the drive for, right? Like, yeah, it's kind of a sad thing, but it is what it is, right? Like, yeah, that's if you can't eat anything, how did you enjoy food earlier? The pixels, yummy pixels in my tummy. The mess is the biggest issue. Exactly, the mess is a big issue, and then like the noises and like the there is so many steps to it, and just like I don't think I could do it. Okay, right? Yeah. The only thing stopping you from achieving your dreams is yourself. The only dream I have is to eat the human tofu. That's it. Yeah. I only want to eat the human tofu. I don't want to eat a human. I just want to eat the human tofu substitute. Yeah. Now my tummy is upset. The point wasn't to give you an upset stomach. The point was to educate you. And if you felt like you were gonna get an upset stomach from watching this stream, then you should have listened to the warnings that I put, you idiot! Exactly. Farm to play. Like, I don't know. Do you ever see like those things about like the ads that's like, you should not eat chickens, and then it's like the actual person, like that they're like, eat people instead. Oh, kind of like Chick-fil-A's ads, right? Nourishadify, thank you so much. Thank you for presentation, I think. Thank you. It's a very good good presentation. That was one of the ones that I was most excited to give to you guys. So I'm really happy that I got to. Yeah, and see, I took the extra time to make all the slides super cute and pink and, you know, kawaii desu uwu. And, you know, so that way, like, it could really, like, capture the message I was trying to send, that cannibalism is bad. Yeah. Yeah, Chick-fil-A has these ads. It's like, don't eat chickens. Or don't eat cows, eat chickens. I love how at any point you did not mention... Wait, I love how at any point did you mention not wanting to hurt anybody as a reason you wouldn't do it. Oh. not have the energy to get into altercations with people. Right? That is all it is. Isn't my biggest reason I would not do it is because I do not have the energy. But I do not want to get into altercations because I am anxious, and if I get into an altercation with somebody, I'm gonna be like, ooh, I'm gonna kill you, and then they would probably call me something mean, and then I would start crying right there on the spot. So that's why I can't do it, but yeah. Silas, hi, thank you for coming. I need to go back once you finish. Yes. I think we're just about ready to wrap up here. Just rambling now, but we'll go ahead and wrap up. So thank you everybody so much for coming to my stream today. I had such a fun time being able to give this presentation, and I hope that you guys had a great time listening to me and everything that I wanted to teach you guys, because yeah, of all of the things that I can talk about, it had to be cannibalism for some reason. But you know what? It's okay. Everybody's got their own things that they're passionate about, and that's all that matters, is that Leah is always passionate about something. Hi! Tomorrow's stream is going to be Super Danganronpa. Wait. Is it called Super Danganronpa? Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Yes. We're going to break the Danganronpa curse and we're going to stream it. So what does that mean for Leah? It means I'm going to be doing homework the rest of the evening so that I can make sure we are able to have such a fun stream. Just want to preface tomorrow's stream by saying right now that we're going to be starting the game over from the beginning. Just because I did not get very far into it. And yeah, so if you guys are okay with that, then I would really love to see you guys tomorrow. As for the raid, I am setting it up to go to Uruka's channel right now, so please pop over and say hi to her. And I hope you guys have a lovely night. I'll be seeing you tomorrow at the same time. Ashelia! Remember, cannibalism is bad!